Is feminine leadership only for women? I would say, of course not. And I want to share 3 reasons I think you should embrace and celebrate the feminine aspect of leadership. Hi, this is Dr. Aitsi-Selmi for another episode of Wise Wednesdays. And you're probably already using masculine and feminine styles of leadership. But what do we mean by these exactly? There's no universal consensus, but you could say that masculine leadership is more focused, more outcome-driven, and more competitive. Whereas feminine leadership is more receptive, it's more process-oriented, and it's more collaborative. They're both valuable styles of leadership, but the problem is that in the great man view of the world, the feminine aspect of leadership has been underrated and underappreciated. For example, I work with many women who are in leadership positions, and while they're in contact with their feminine qualities, they still have to operate mostly from a masculine style of leadership because that's what the culture is requiring of them. But I believe there are great benefits to incorporating a feminine aspect of leadership alongside the masculine aspect. And I want to share 3 reasons I think you should embrace and celebrate that too. Number 1, being a hostage to the great man limits your potential. So it might look like being in the old boys club will get you far, and it may get you so far, but you'll eventually hit a ceiling because you're cutting off an aspect of yourself. Embracing a more feminine aspect of leadership, which is more inclusive and collaborative, may take longer, but it will get you to the right place faster. And it will ultimately be more satisfying and fulfilling professionally and personally. Number 2, a narrow, goal-driven or masculine approach leads to burnout if not balanced by the feminine. So you've probably heard that the mind is biased, and we all have biases of one kind or another. But we're not just biased in what we pay attention to, we're biased in how we pay attention. And this narrow, goal-driven way of paying attention can mean you pursue the wrong goal or pursue a goal so relentlessly that it leads to burnout. Embracing a more feminine and receptive approach means that you can integrate more useful information, including input from your own mind and body telling you when it's time to stop or when it's time to take a different approach so you can course correct and avoid costly mistakes. And it might be challenging, as Brené Brown said, it takes courage to rest in a culture where exhaustion is a status symbol. Number 3, including the feminine feels good, and the tools to do it are available for free. Simple tools like mindfulness meditation, for example, a 10-minute practice every morning, will help you cultivate that open awareness and receptivity. And that feels good, and it helps to relax and feel more in flow, but also enables access to higher cognitive functions of empathy and wisdom and creativity or novel thinking. You can do that in different ways, for example, spending time in nature or engaging with creative pursuits, or spending time with people who can give you space and are able to listen to you and what's going on for you. It's thought that the feminine sense of interdependence is the explanation for why the environmentalist movement is largely driven by women, while men seem to resist green behaviors because they're unmanly. According to research. Think of Gro Harlem Brundtland, the Secretary General of the WHO, who kickstarted the Sustainable Development Movement and global climate change policy with her report, Our Common Future, in 1987. Now, if this is true, it's even more urgent that we embrace the feminine principle, I would argue, and a paradigm shift is due. As Gloria Steinem pointed out, women are always saying we can do anything men can do. But men should be saying we can do anything women can do. And that includes feeling deeply, being intuitive, and honoring the sense of interdependence we have with each other and with our environment. I hope these thoughts are helpful and offer some food for thought. I invite you to consider what incorporating more feminine leadership might look like for you and how it might benefit you or your organization. Have a good week, and I'll see you soon.